What's up, guys? Another video I'm knocking out today because I'm way behind on stuff I would like to talk about. I wanted to do a review of my Saberforge Bane. This is a really popular saber. I see there's already a lot of videos out there talking about the Bane, and I just wanted to throw my opinion into the mix. So, the Bane. This, I believe, while many think that it's based on the Count Dooku saber, I believe because it's called the Bane that it's actually based on the Darth Bane saber as described in the Darth Bane trilogy of books. In the book, it's kind of vague how they describe it, but they describe it as being hooked. That's kind of the key word, is that they describe it as being hooked. And they talk a little bit about how the fighting style differs versus a traditional saber, like I have back here. And I found that very much to be true when applying that to actually dueling with it. Having the second hand at an angle, to me, gives you a very natural grip. Just the way that the wrist is bent, to me, is very comfortable. And I like it a lot. It's surprisingly comfortable. I think it's the mix of having the finger grooves as well as that curve. It's really a comfortable, practical dueling saber. In addition to that, it has two set screws for the blade. One actually really contacts the blade. The other one is just kind of there to take out any slack. They also double as the emitter shroud retention screws, but it makes the blade really secure. And it also, you can see, sits flush up against this kind of, I don't know what you want to call that, claw. And so it's really stable in that regard. I mean, it's really just as if somebody sat down and said, we want to make the most ideal saber with a Sith aesthetic for dueling. And that's kind of what, in the Star Wars universe, Form 2, which was designed for saber-on-saber combat more than the Form 1, which I believe was more used for Jedi against, non-force welding foe. But as more people fell to the dark side and there was more lightsaber on lightsaber contact, Form 2 came about to improve on Form 1 for lightsaber on lightsaber contact. And the curved blade is optimum for that, which has a lot of parrying, things like that, deflection to other swords. At the same time, getting that good two-handed choke, you can really get some powerful downstrokes, and you can just put a lot of power behind your blows. When you're at this angle, when you go too far to one side, it's gonna just break the wrist, or not literally break it, but you're gonna break your grip with the wrist, and you're gonna become weak. That keeps your grip at a more natural angle, and you're gonna be able to get more power, more control, just a better grip in a lot of ways for dueling. So to me, that's really cool, especially when you kind of start looking into Form 2 in the Star Wars universe versus some actual sword fighting, fencing, whatever technique through history. The curved blade is cool. So with that being said, this is a cast hilt versus this. Something like this is a single aluminum tube that has been put in a lathe and been turned down to make these designs. As far as I know, this is cast aluminum, so it's actually two halves. You can see the seam there. So when you take these shrouds off, you take the screws off on each side, you slide these out, and you take the screws out, and it pops open. So getting to the electronics is really, really easy, and for a do-it-yourself saber builder, this would be a really great saber to start with because you can't screw up. You're not going to have the issue like with something like this where you're threading all your wires through here, and if you end up cutting something or not leaving something long enough, you got to pull it through and desolder it and start over. With this, you can really see that distance, and you can lay the wire out and cut it exactly where it's going to need to be, and you can assemble it and put it together, and it's just awesome for that. So it's maybe because of the looks, not something you would think of as a beginner saber, but it really, really is, which is very cool. After doing a bunch of wiring on these apprentice sabers, I really, really appreciate the ease of wiring and working on this saber. So to me, that's something that is a huge plus. Just something I did custom here. I took a jeweler's file and I did a notch there, and I put one of these picture hanger D-rings in, and then used some gun bluing on it to just kind of blend it in, put the factory screw back over it because I'm not really a fan of the CoverTech system. So that was one little modification I did. I also put an O-ring under this set screw just because there's a gap there from where it's not all the way tight, and it just keeps it from scratching up the emitter shroud, because that's one that I'm constantly doing, if I take the blade out. So to sum it up, great blade, great handle. Really like it. Very comfortable to hold, very comfortable to duel with, very durable, easy to work on. It looks awesome. And in the last week, I believe it was, maybe a week and a half, they actually have added it to the Saberforge website. So it's no longer just an Etsy exclusive. You can get it from them anytime. So if you've been waiting for the Etsy store to come back from vacation, you don't have to. They are available. And I would very highly recommend picking one up because it's awesome. If you're into Count Dooku or Darth Bane, who both have similar styled sabers, then this is definitely the saber for you. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this gives a little bit of a different insight than the million other videos on this saber. If you like, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. And if you like seeing videos on sabers and do-it-yourself sabering kind of stuff, please subscribe. I try to make 1 or 2 videos every week, and until I run out of money and or ideas, I will hopefully continue to do that. So thanks for watching.